And welcome to News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and here are some of the stories we have for you tonight. Election update. Governor speaks on Refinery Sale days before the special session. And get the flu shot, not the flu. These stories and more up next on News Channel 8.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information or look at us on as seen on channel8.com for I Trade Earth.
In our top story, we have no update for St. Croix, and it will likely be several days before there is any definitive new vote tally. But however, we were able to speak to the Elections Board Chairman, Adelbert Bryan, to shed some light on what's going on.
Good afternoon. What's happening right now, we're trying to get an update to the people because what they have thus far since the election evening of the 5th and until this day, the 10th, we are actually, the members who are authorized to be president, since I'm a candidate, are going through the process that they approve at a joint board meeting at Gertrude's on October 27th. So therefore, what you get is unofficial accounting of what is taking place that is put up from the website, from the webmaster, and it will be taken down to print reports. You can look and see some probably inconsistencies or consistencies, depending on who want to accept it as that. But nonetheless, the public is free to come in and observe what is taking place. There are police officers here to make sure, according to the law. Also, we're having a meeting scheduled for Wednesday, the 12th of November. We will be discussing many and variations of what we're going to do for the upcoming, apparently, the upcoming runoff election, which has to be consistent with the revised Organic Act, also with the Virgins Code, also with the United States Congressional Act of 1591, 48 U.S. Code. So all those things have to be done jointly to determine the result for the runoff election, also in compliance with the Virgins Code.
Are you still registering people, what they need to bring on what time?
Well, we are still conducting a registration because by law, a certain amount of days after the primary and general election, they must resume registration for persons eligible to vote. You can walk in a birth certificate, baptismal paper, naturalization document, a document showing your address, another document with social security card, and any area that you have, like a light bill, a phone bill that comes in your name. Or if you're living with a family member, you can also work with those documents to show that you're actually a resident to determine your eligibility to be a registered voter. Regardless of what party you want to be, you have a choice of an independent registration or no party. You can be a Democrat, you can be a Republican or ICM. The choice is an individual's decision. It's not suggested or recommended that anyone advise you or suggest what party to register. You come on your own and choose with whatever participation you want to be a registered ICM, independent, no party, or Republican.
Do you think with the runoff election that we will be able to use the machines that were purchased?
Well, definitely should have been using all the time. Nothing wrong with the machine that they've been trying to tell people. You can't tell me the machine's been for 2.5 years and some individual who hardly know anything about the machine is actually saying it can't work. Actually, what those members are doing right now is what any member or any elector could have been doing. What they're doing inside through this process that they approve, was they're handling everybody's ballot to put in the same machine that is saying it can be done. So this is not a challenge or a recount. This is a process of election, and they are allowing individuals and candidates to observe and look on the ballots marked by individuals to run through the DS-200, which to me is a violation of the law. No one have a right to look at anybody's ballot unless it's an imported ballot from overseas and military overseas or absentee. So therefore, when you allow a bunch of individuals to hijack the whole process, calling it democracy, that's not the way I operate. I operate pursuant to the law. And if you ask them why, and they're not following the law, and the section of the law, they relate to making X and marks on the ballot, because the law for making X's in the ballot have been allowed. I saw a document from Attorney Leroon suggesting about 54 names or nicknames to Ms. Hanson, and the court have already determined that, and she have already submitted the name that she known by when she submitted again to the supervisory election. So I don't know where these new 54 names are coming from and numbers. So when that time comes, we'll see what happens. The statute will be enforced, and if I have to go to court by my own again, I will do so.
In other news, the 30th legislature held a committee of the whole hearing today on the proposed sale of the oil refinery on St. Croix. Governor John DeYoung commented on the need for the sales process to be completed.
For 2 years, we've had an ultimate objective, which is reopening the refinery. From that day in January of 2012, when I was notified of their closing, and their closing meant the loss of 2,000 jobs, discounted fuel oil to WAPA, a lot of business activity within the St. Croix community, but also within the territory, loss of $100 million in tax payments, $500 million of economic activity to our community. My objective has been to do an economic analysis to determine what's the best use of that facility, which we did, and we found out that based on that analysis done by an expert, it is as a refinery. And after getting initial resistance from the owners with respect to a sales process, they finally agreed to it. About 6 months later, the legislature authorized it, and the beginning of this year, in January 2014, we started the process. And our objectives have been mutually the same. They want the best economic value for the refinery. I want jobs, economic activity for St. Croix and the Virgin Islands in a way that there's some certainty. Restarting that refinery, and if the refinery does not restart, that whoever we sign the purchase and sales agreement with or operating agreement with will then take it down. Lazard was hired as the banker for the owners, and they went through a process that had 142 companies that they contacted, almost close to 150 that had some contact with them. And in August of 2014, I was introduced to the company. Shortly thereafter, we started the negotiations towards that objective. For a company to come in now and say that the process wasn't open, wasn't fair, and was not in the best interest of the territory, it is hard for me to find that to be accurate, because by the time we got to meet the company, they had an initial agreement with respect to a purchase with the owners. They had already been vetted as having a number of, and the process called for a number of steps along the way to vet for financial security to make sure that they could in fact be able and have the resources to open up the refinery.
Meanwhile, this past weekend at Government House, we had the 50 Years of Friends of Denmark celebration. Let's take a look.
It's a pleasure to be here to celebrate with you the 50th anniversary of the St. Croix Friends of Denmark. And that, for an organization to be in existence and to be so vibrant at 50 years is a testimony, first of all, to the strong ties that continue to exist between Denmark and the U.S. Virgin Islands, ties that I know will just continue to grow stronger as the years go by and strengthened especially by our 2017 celebration. But it also speaks to leadership, and so I want to congratulate all of the past presidents and the current president for their leadership over the past 50 years. But nothing lasts 50 years without a strong foundation, and so it's very appropriate this evening that we're honoring two of the founding members, Ms. Jenny Lewetz and Mr. Otto Tranberg. And I want to just say congratulations. Thank you for the foresight. Thank you for your great leadership. Thank you for the foundation that you have laid that has allowed us to be here now 50 years later celebrating this wonderful anniversary.
Stay with us. We have more news right after this break.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And welcome back to News Channel 8. It's time to get the flu shot and not the flu, as the Department of Health was out giving the flu shot just in time for the flu season.
Hi, my name is Mary Lee O'Dane, and I'm the head nurse for the immunization department. And we're in the flu season, so therefore we're in the community, and we will be giving free flu shots for the month of November. Next week we will be at the Sunshine Mall with the community health van. On the 21st, we will be at JFL Wang F. Louis Hospital lobby, again giving out free flu shot. And the last Friday in the month, which is I think is the 28th, we will be back at the Department of Health lobby giving free flu shot to the entire community. We invite everyone to come out and get your free flu shot. This is the flu season. Get the flu shot, not the flu.
I've always taken the flu shot every year, and it's very important that we do the flu shot. It protects us from the flu, and you shouldn't get it too.
This past Saturday at the Palms, the Breast Cancer Association held their annual awareness ceremony. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Lorraine Baugh with the American Cancer Society, and we're here in St. Croix at the Palms for our first annual pink ball. Everybody raise your hand. Yay! And we're honoring Luz Mercado Webster and Lynette Mercado. Yes, and these ladies are survivors, and they're in the fight, and they will not give up. So we want to give them a congratulatory big up. I'm Lorraine Baugh, American Cancer Society. For the USVI, I'm the Executive Director.
Good evening, everyone. We're here at the Palms. We're having our first annual ball, and we're honoring again Lynette Mercado and Luz Webster, two great survivors. And like they say, we're celebrating, and that is what we're doing here tonight.
It's a great pleasure to be honored here this evening on behalf of the American Cancer Society. It gives me a great pleasure to be here, be honored, and to also be an advocate for other people out there, asking people to come out and join the American Cancer Society and to be other advocate for other people, not only for breast cancer, for all the different cancers that we have here. Thank you very much.
I feel great to be honored tonight. I'm a 9-year survivor. Thank God I'm still here to be among some of the greatest people that we have here in the Virgin Islands. Tonight I have my daughter, Shakima Mercado. I have my granddaughter, Kiosha, and I have Shamira Mercado. Those are my supporters, and along with them I have the American Cancer Society members all here tonight having a ball.
You can call us in St. Croix at 719-4898 or in St. Thomas at 775-5373. Whether you have cancer or whether you want to be a volunteer, call us today. We need your help. Thank you.
Tonight we're not talking about victims, we're talking about survivors like Miss Lynette and Luz. And they are both breast cancer survivors, and we're celebrating them tonight. And Luz works in my office. Actually, she manages St. Croix for the delegate's office, and she's been doing that for quite a few years. So the office and the campaign wanted to be here to support her this evening. And I just want to thank all of the people who came out. I want to thank Lucy and Vivian, the co-hosts, the co-chairs for this event, and everyone who supports the American Cancer Society and our survivors and those who are still fighting, because we will end this fight against cancer.
Don't touch that remote. We have more news straight ahead.
This newscast has been sponsored by Mario's Virgin Crystal. Let us save you the hassle of lugging those jugs around. Purified bottled water conveniently delivered to your home or office. Also available in your favorite grocery store. Call 773-2810.
This is News Channel 8. This is News Channel 8.
And finally, here is Stephen Koof Francis with your Sports 411 update.
Thanks a lot, Junior. Stephen Koof Francis here with your Sports 411 update. I'm joined by Coach Basie for positive guidance. And Coach, you have some good news happening this Thursday. Tell the folks what's going on this Thursday.
This Thursday we'll be having a clinic, a 2-hour clinic at the educational complex from 3:30 to 5:30. It will be sponsored by the Paradise Jam Committee. They're sending over 3 coaches to provide a little clinic on basketball for ages 14 to 17, or from 8th grade, from junior high to high school, 12th grade. It's a really good partnership between the Positive Guidance Youth Club and also Paradise Jam and also St. Croix. It's, to me, a new start for St. Croix. Hopefully the Paradise Jam will see that we have talent here also on St. Croix. So please send out your kids. All kids in middle school and high school are invited. I'm asking the public to send out your youngsters, let them come out and watch the clinics, be part of the clinics. We'll also be giving away some free tickets to the Paradise Jam. They'll be giving out different awards, and I'll also be filming it. It will also be shown at the Paradise Jam, which is the following week, November 22nd.
Okay, Coach, that definitely sounds good, man. It's always good to learn something, especially giving back to these youngsters, teaching them the fundamentals of the game, right?
Oh yes, definitely. I try my best to teach these kids as much as I can, but I always encourage outside influence. Any trainings for our youths on St. Croix or in the Virgin Islands, I totally welcome, and this will be a good experience for our youngsters. So again, I'll send out your youngsters. Our school, I'll be sending out faxes and information to all the middle school and high school in reference to this clinic. And I want to say thank you, to the Complex High School for allowing us the opportunity to use their gym. And again, send your children out, let them get a little exposure and experience and training.
Okay, I'll tell the folks over there what time everything starts.
Yeah, it starts at 3:30 and it finishes at 5:30 exact. It's going to be a 2-hour clinic. We're hoping that next year we could get it a little longer, but everything starts, from now, and hopefully, we have a better showing or a big showing to the Complex Gym.
Definitely thank you for stopping by and sharing the news with us, and we definitely want to tell you keep up the good work, keeping our young men and women off the streets and doing something positive.
Yeah, thanks a lot, always, about the youths.
All right. Hey folks, there you have it. This has been Stephen Cool Francis with your Sports 411 update. Back to you, Junior.
Don't go anywhere, we have your weather coming up next.
Your weather coming up next. Your weather.
And now, here's a look at your local weather.
Tonight, isolated showers after 8 p.m. Mostly clear with a low around 79. East wind 16 to 18 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 10%. Veterans Day, isolated showers. Sunny with a high near 90. East wind around 16 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 20%. On Tuesday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy, with a low around 78. East wind around 15 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 50%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. On Wednesday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Mostly sunny, with a high near 86. East wind 11 to 13 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 50%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. Wednesday night, scattered showers, partly cloudy with a low around 78. East wind around 14 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. New precipitation amounts of less than 1/10 of an inch possible. And on Thursday, scattered showers, mainly before noon. Mostly sunny with a high near 86. East wind 10 to 14 miles per hour. Chance of precipitation is 30%. This is Cheryl Francis with your Channel 8 News Weather.
Thank you very much for tuning in. That's all we have for local news. Do not forget to like us on Facebook at WSVI-CH8. Also follow us on Twitter at WSVI-TV News Channel 8. I'm Junior Garcia, and World News is up next. Good night, Virgin Islands.
I Trade Earth brings you News Channel 8, a Puerto Rico and Virgin Islands-based approach to economic development and the global marketplace, one small business at a time. Call 866-396-8278 for more information or look at us on as seen on channel8.com. For I Trade Earth.